Hey, everybody. This is Coach Angela Carey, and it is Tuesday night. And so I wanted to say welcome to everyone who is joining me live from whether it's YouTube or Facebook, wherever you are. If you are joining me live, I would ask that if you haven't already, to give StreamYard permission to let me see who you are. So if you make a comment, I can certainly respond to you, whether you're watching it live or on the replay. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., I come on live and share about 10 to 15 minutes of what I call pearls of wisdom that will spur internal growth into your life. And so, this is what I aim to do every Tuesday evening. It's a short amount of time that will provide impact and challenge you to grow even more. So listen, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about a word that is super special to me, and that is specificity. Yes, and how specificity, if you lack that, sometimes that's the very detail that can be a stumbling block to your road to success or your road to your purpose or fulfilling your purpose. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And what I think is so important to really understand is that even in the sports world, there is something called the principle of specificity. And it applies so profoundly to our everyday life and to those of you who are, dreaming big and have great and massive plans for 2022. So, what's the law or the law of specificity or the principle of specificity? Well, in the athletic world, all that really means is that if you are trying to improve a certain part of your body, for example, if you want to improve, the definition of your glutes, for example, then you naturally will do exercises that target that specific area, right? So that you can improve it. And so that's kind of what it's all about. For example, say if you are a runner, well, the principle of specificity would state that, well, if you are a runner and you want to improve, then you just run more, right? Well, some people may approach that and say, well, yeah, I do want to improve my running, but let me try swimming, right? And so naturally, what you're thinking is, if I swim, I will increase my cardiovascular capability. Yes, you will. But it won't be specific to your goal of wanting to increase or improve your running stamina, right? If you decide you want to start swimming, you probably may improve a little bit of your running. But what may also end up happening as you are swimming instead of running is that you start to develop muscles that perhaps may hinder your running performance, unbeknownst to you, right? So you have these mixed results that may be occurring, and those weren't intended. Those are called unintended consequences. So when you're trying to improve your running, but yet you are starting to swim in hopes that it will do that, you get a mixed bag result, right? You start to feel more healthy. Perhaps your breathing and your stroke may be a little bit better, but perhaps you're starting to develop more calf muscles, which in fact actually slow down your time, and then you're not actually running more efficiently. That same principle, ladies and gentlemen, that principle of specificity applies to your personal life as well. When it comes to your goals, your plans, the vision that you have, the same thing applies. What do I mean by that? So, for example, perhaps you did your vision for 2022. You did your vision board, right? Check. So now you're in the process of implementing that. I want you to really drill down even deeper and put a finer point on your purpose and on the plans that you want to execute. Ask yourself specifically, okay, for example, say you want to start a business. Okay, that's great. What kind of business? All right, you've already addressed that. You want to start making soaps, right? You want to sell soaps. Okay, that's great. So you want to start a business that is selling soaps. Well, the next question that will drill it down even further is, well, what kind of soap? Are we talking about laundry detergent soap? Are we talking about dishwashing soap? Are we talking about soap to cleanse your face? What kind of soap are we talking about? And then you drill down even more. Okay, you want to create soaps that cleanse the face. Okay, well, what kind of product is that going to do? Is it going to cleanse it? Is it going to get rid of blemishes? Is it going to lighten the skin? Is it going to get rid of wrinkles on your skin? So it's another level of specificity. Because when you do that, you narrow the tasks that you have to do, and more importantly, you block distractions that may be very well and good distractions, but they do not serve your specific purpose. Okay? Hear me out. When you have your goal in mind and you know what you want to do, you really need to take the time and the intention to drill down to the level of specificity that's needed to accomplish your goals, because there's so much out there. You're scrolling on Facebook, you're scrolling, going through YouTube. You have so many important and valid and interesting bits of information. But when you lack specificity in your purpose and in your plan, you will get sidetracked to everything that is a good thing. We're not even talking about on the basic level that you're being distracted by things that are not healthy for you. I'm talking about those things that are healthy for you, but yet and still, because you haven't narrowed down your goals and your vision to a very specific level, you become distracted by all the things around you that are necessarily not bad, but just aren't fitted for your specific purpose. So I want you tonight, and to think about this for the rest of the week, what areas in my life can I apply that principle of specificity? The same principle that athletes use time and time again. What they're talking about is they're leveling up their kind of training to get the effective end result that they're looking for. They're going from general to specific. And in this year, I'm challenging you to go from a general overview, a general idea of what you want, to being very specific to what you want. That is going to be so key to keep you anchored, to keep you focused, and to keep the momentum strong in your life so that you can achieve your goals. You want to have those focused, efficient, and effective results, just like athletes. So don't go out here doing arm curls when you want to increase your calf muscle, right? Of course, it would look amazing to have some great arm muscles. But if your goal is to increase your calf muscles, then target that area so that it can happen. Don't get sidetracked by the other good things that can happen, but don't inch you closer to that specific goal that you have in mind. You can apply this to weight loss. You can apply this to healthy eating, right? You can apply this to starting your business. You can apply this to writing that book, right? If your goal is to write a book, don't go and write a magazine article, okay? That is good, but it's not effective, it's not efficient for the goal that you have in mind. Apply that principle of specificity. Look it up. It is a true term that athletes use all the time. That level of specificity is going to save you from so much unintended consequences, unnecessary hassle, and wasted time. And time is of the essence. And I want what you want, and that is for you to live your life fully, fiercely, and whole. All right? So I hope that blessed you. Remember, think about it. Think about what you're working toward, and then narrow it down even more, break it down even more, so that you can kind of pull away from those things that are just mere distractions. Good things, but distractions. All right? So I hope that blessed you tonight. Again, this is just 10 to 15 minutes of things that will spur internal growth in your life. So I hope that it will do that for you. Take action. and make it happen. All right. And so, closing, before I let you guys go, I want to remind all of our listeners that we are starting our group coaching session in February. So, please, if you haven't had a chance, check us out, learn about the program. It is a great program for those of you who may not want the one on one coaching, but perhaps prefer kind of the group coaching situation where you're able to have kind of that mastermind environment. You also have another level of accountability, and you surround yourself with like women who are about achieving their goals and having a successful year. So I highly encourage you to check that out. We will be starting in February, so I'm excited about that. Don't forget, we do have our retreat coming up in June. We are in the planning stages. It is going to be an amazing, immersive experience, one of a kind. I guarantee you will have never experienced a wellness retreat like this. It is going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be in Boca Raton, June 23rd through the 26th. We will have author Sophia Nelson being our keynote speaker, along with some other amazing speakers that we have lined up. And in fact, starting in February, we are going to be going live via StreamYard, and we're going to start introducing you to some of these speakers so that you can hear from them. And I'll be interviewing them and allowing you all a chance to get to know some of our amazing speakers. And also, it gives you a little bit more insight into what you have to look forward to if you are actually attending this event. So I highly encourage you to check us out at In Her Work, INNHERWORK work.com. Or if you just want to know about me more generally, you can look me up at angelacarey.com. But I hope that you have a blessed evening tonight. And remember the principle of specificity. Apply it to your life. You will reap the dividends that you deserve. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and have a great week. Bye.